Hey, look at there. You see him? Well, open your damn eyes in. It's the old-timey country down-home red state update podcast and them. Coming to you from a bunker underneath Jackie's Market in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And here they are, both of them.
Hey, everybody, it's Jackie Bros.
Hey, everybody. Hold on.
What are you?
I'm going to open this can so everybody hears
all
it.
right. Nobody. So you ain't a big shot because you're drinking. You're a 40-year-old man working on your ninth one of those on a Sunday afternoon. No.
God damn, I'm more awesome than I thought.
Yeah.
Let me get another one of these in here, and you'll see I'm even more awesome.
No.
You'll see it.
I won't see it. What I see is enough right here. That's plenty. Seeing is one thing. People have to sit and listen to you do act like that on here.
Yep, that's what they come back for.
Well.
Now, Jackie, listen. This is episode, what, 264?
Hell, I don't know.
We've been doing this for almost 5 fucking years.
Hey, don't.
Can you believe that shit?
Hey, well, I
You
know.
and me down here in this bunker, or the old bunker, or in Jockey's bunker. One time at the Reagan Library.
Oh, yeah. Now, that was good. When we went there, that was, yeah.
5 years. Can you believe I've had to haul your bony, wrinkled ass?
All right. Shut your mouth.
I literally had a cartoon ass pop into my head, and I saw it get real wrinkled. It's like one of them sped up things of like a coyote decomposing. I saw an ass in my head, and then real fast it got old and wrinkled, like a coyote. How many did I have of these?
That's your ninth one, I think.
How come you're keeping track?
Ninth or 10th.
What are you keeping track for?
I
ain't gonna never pay you
I've
for
been
these.
watching. I know you ain't
Don't
gonna pay.
forget, this ain't Jackie's Market.
This
no
is
more.
Dunlap's.
This is my Jackie's Market.
Dunlap's Jackie's Market. What we decided on, but still, you gonna put yourself in a situation where you ain't gonna make any. You sit there drinking your own product.
Yep.
I ain't gonna be able to explain that to
How
him.
did I come to own
this?
this? I don't remember the origin story of how.
She gave it to you.
Oh, that's right.
It
wasn't anything that I achieved on my own.
Hell, no. No.
No, that makes sense. Yep.
Like everything else, you just fall into it. It falls into you.
Well, who's paying? How are the beers magically appearing when Beer Man comes?
I guess that's paid up already or so. Hell, I don't know. It's your damn story.
Are you not paying attention to the books?
I'm paying attention to how many are getting bought and how many are going out the window.
Dunlap.
Yeah.
That's what I call it.
That's what I'm counting, important things like that.
Did you buy that beer or did you
That was
Dunlap?
already, I'd never met that bear man that comes through here. He's a whole new bear man. You got some deal with him. I don't know. I'll help him.
Terry?
Take it back there. But Terry's he's fine. I ain't got a problem with him, but I don't know him.
I don't trust him.
Well, you the one to hire. I ain't got nothing to do with it.
Well, you know that saying, Lincoln had a team of rivals.
What?
I run this place like Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah, well.
You run it pretty much. I thought, honest to God, thought you were taking care of the money. So that's a surprise.
That's something I am in terms of what's coming in since I've been here. Now, whatever arrangement you made with Terry, I didn't have nothing to do with, or she had whoever. I don't know. I'm keeping up with how much comes in that cash register, how much comes out in the day I'm here. That's all I can do.
Terry's the one who told me, he said, hey, you gonna like this? And I said, well, I'll be the judge of that. And he said, I was over at the damn Stop and Shop, and I was giving them some damn beer.
Wow.
And they sold more than usual, Terry said. I said, damn, did y'all sell all this beer? And the owner said, half of it probably got Dunlapped. That's how I know people say that. And I was like, you know what, Terry? I did like that story. It means I'm famous.
Yeah, everybody knows you're a thief, yeah.
I wouldn't say a thief. I'd say it's more of understanding I had with the community.
Yeah, I don't know.
It takes a village, Jackie. You remember who said that?
Who?
Do you remember who said it takes a village?
Village.
That was another book that she wrote that people got pissed off about.
No one remembers it now.
No one even remembers that there were villages. You remember that movie, The Village?
No.
Village People?
When you say something like village people, I remember them dancing around. But when you say something village, like you say village, sound like someplace a Smurf lives or something. Village. It's either town, a neighborhood. That's what we say modern times. That's I don't go around saying, "Oh, he lives over in that little village." It says only on a book or Smurfs live in it.
One time, Mr. DuBois, the scout leader, was giving me a ride home. I said, I saw some deer running that forest over there, and he said, "Forest?" And he drug me out of that truck and beat the shit out of me.
What?
Weren't you ever a scout? That shit happened all the time.
I was working at it, boy. I didn't have. I learned all those skills working on a farm.
Oh,
My
here we
daddy-
go. I
well,
was a mule scout. That's
I
what
did a lot
Jackie
of
says.
Well, there's a lot of different kinds of scouts.
Heard this a million times.
Tying a rope or anything like that, I knew how to do that twice as well as any boy dressed up. Little army suit.
Don't let Mr. DuBois hear you say that.
Well, I'm good for him. I'm glad he's good. Earned the badges, all that stuff. But I didn't have to do none of that. I did all that. I was in the real world right out the gate for the most part.
The mule gate.
Well,
I always thought villages and forests were in Belgium and New England.
that sounds about right.
Remember when we were in New Hampshire?
Trying not to. It's just cold. Everybody's on drugs.
Trump got
Yep.
anointed.
Yep.
Gross. Imagine someone anointing him with oil and
Just
oil running
no,
down through that
just
nest, and
hush.
whatever that is.
I don't want to hear it. Don't want to
Like
think
it's
about
making his face slicker
it. Now, just
than it already is. And then to imagine his fat, cracked tongue
no.
darting out of his mouth,
No.
trying to catch a little of that oil as it runs down his
Shut up. I don't want.
slick face.
It's bad enough him being.
Well, that
what he
oil
is. Don't
finds
need all that.
What if that oil finds the groove of his jowl, and it's taking that easy path down to his the fat underneath his chin,
All right.
and it pauses
I don't have to
right
hear.
by his mouth
Just-
as that fat tongue starts creeping out of them
All
pursed
right, enough. I'm not gonna sit and listen to that for however long you want to do it.
lips. I would do it for a long
I
time.
know, I
but
don't
you're
wanna
right.
hear it.
Other people are listening to this too, and we should
Enough.
move along. Were we talking about anything important we need to wrap up before we go to the
I'm
sponsors?
aware of. I don't. Is
Well, with
anything
the
ever
Scouts,
important?
Villages, Hillary Clinton, me being famous, and Terry the beer man, who I don't trust, because I think he was pandering to me when he told me that story. Later that night, after all day of being like, I'm a goddamn big shot in this fucking burg.
Hey. What's
I was
the matter?
laying in bed on a dryer because Granny still got them Florida refugees in the
Bless her
damn
heart. She's a good
in
woman.
my
helping
bed.
Those, helping those families. Bless her heart. Yeah.
And I was like, wait a minute, was he just pandering to me? Was he telling me, was he playing to my ego? Was he fucking Schumer in me? Was he Pelosi and Schumer in me, taking advantage of a narcissist when my guard is down? Shameful. SMH. SMFH.
Hey, that's better than any other language. Yeah, spell it.
So we don't know who's paying the bills down here, how this place operates. Beer is showing up. Terry's up to no good. I might be famous.
Right.
There's still refugees in my bed. And 5 years, Jackie, can you believe it? 5 years we've been doing this
It felt
stuff.
like it's been doing it 5 years since we started today. Enough. I got a good sponsor. Let me get my sponsor over with. Got a lot to talk about, a lot of news. And it's a sponsor had last
mainly
week.
just tweets. It's mainly just tweets.
What?
It's mainly just tweets.
What is?
The news.
That's all he does. I know.
Should that count as news? I guess it is.
That's all they talk about on the news.
It's a debate. People say, should we be covering the president's tweets? And whether the president's saying something. It's like, is he? I don't know.
Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Save it.
Ethics and podcasting.
Just,
Go ahead, Jackie.
well,
I didn't
just
mean
save
to.
it. I'm with you.
I didn't
This
mean
way.
to step all over you.
No, it's all right. Yeah, I understand being upset at that. That's something that makes sense. Well, come on down. It's where Pinky, everybody knows Pinky Piglet's a delicious little store. He used to have delicious bologna inside,
He's the
cocktail bologna.
lawyer who screwed Jackie out of the store Jockey left him
Oh, that's
when
not,
Jockey died.
That's not.
And he
accurate.
was sick, and then he tried to come after Jackie for not wearing a damn bologna suit.
That's not. Well, it wasn't him. That was Tom Cruise Kenny. Pinky was in the hospital
when
that time.
Pinky Piglet was in the hospital.
There you go. So you don't start saying you're gonna confuse people if you start telling them the wrong thing. They need to know what
That's true.
happened. So, well, Pinky Piglet. First off, let me wish you well. He's doing better. He's in rehab right now. Not the drug kind, the kind you squeeze a ball, and I hope he's getting better. But this was his brilliant idea, because that bologna, everybody loved it for a little while, and then they got like everything. Everything passes. Ain't nothing, another fad or whatever. But I tell you what, this thing he's got now, I don't know if it's ever going to go out of business, because it's something else. It's chicken church. That's right, chicken church. You like a delicious chicken sandwich. You like those delicious waffle fries. They got chicken nuggets there. They're all delicious. All good chicken and biscuit.
Can I just take a moment to say that if Chick-fil-A, this is just my personal opinion.
Now, don't.
If Chick-fil-A, and I'm not going to get into the politics or of how they treat gay people like second-class citizens or the church, the overbearing churchiness. I just want to say, I want to give my 2 cents on a menu. If it was just chicken sandwiches and the damn fries, I could give 2 shit fucks about Chick-fil-A.
I don't want to hear the
it's
language.
good, but I'd be like, well, I don't have to ever eat this Jesus chicken ever. But you know what is good, and what gave me pause is their damn breakfast, them damn biscuits, the Chick-fil-A morning chicken biscuit.
That's good, yeah.
The sausage biscuit.
Yeah. That's good.
It ain't a hearty sausage biscuit, but it's its own thing.
It's good. It's delicious, yeah.
It's the spicy chicken, all of it. That's good. The tea.
And people love what you talk about. Everybody wants to get that in the mouth. Everybody does. That's delicious. And sometimes you want to get that in your mouth on Sunday, but guess what?
That's when they kill the chickens.
They kill chicken. You can't go there. They got closed up. Doors locked. It's the best Sunday.
If you walk up, did you ever
breakfast you
try
can
to
get.
go there when people walked up and they'd hired them shamers? And people would walk up to Chick-fil-A on a Sunday like, oh, goddamn, I can't wait to get this in. And there'd be somebody hiding in one of their well-manicured bushes. Let's say that right out the gate. They have a great grounds.
They do. They do.
And they built and sculpted a shrubbery. Shrub is kind of like a village or a forest. That's
Shrub,
something
yeah.
you don't say in the South.
Bushes. That's what I say.
Can you imagine? I always said, would George Strait say it?
He wouldn't say bushes. He would say village.
He wouldn't say Smurf.
No, hell no.
I don't know. I can see him saying, I wouldn't say Smurf, and then him lifting his hat up. There's like 3 Smurfs hiding under there giggling. He looks at the camera and winks. Uh-oh.
What is it?
You hear that siren?
Oh, yep. There they go.
Folks, we're recording this on a Sunday afternoon, and Longhorns, they're going, which way are they going now? So they were going the opposite way when we were in the jockey's bunker from when Jackie's Market, but
Right.
now we're over here.
Yeah. They go like right down the middle of the two, about meet it halfway.
Yeah, meet it halfway.
Yep. So you're going to get sirens, and you nothing you can do about that.
Now, if you live in Murfreesboro, you're going to get sirens. What were we talking about, George Strait?
I was trying to do my damn sponsor, and then you keep interrupting me. Is all that delicious? Go back to the way the chicken tastes.
Oh, the shamer. The shamer would jump out of the shrub
and tell you,
and say, you shouldn't be here. It's Sunday. Go to church. That was it. Go ahead.
I didn't know. And me personally, no, I never ran that. I heard stories about it.
It was like a Walmart greeter or a pre-greeter like we had on our show.
In Murfreesboro, you didn't have to do it too many times because as soon as, it happened, it got out quick. Like, if you go down there on Sunday, they're going to jump out. And I'm like,
and then they were videotaping you and putting it up. This was back when YouTube first started. But they'd put that shit up on YouTube.
You and I was doing that.
Yeah. That was two of the most popular things on YouTube was you and me.
Oh, yeah.
And shaming videos of people going to Chick-fil-A on Sunday.
Yeah.
First of all, it's kind of shameful. You should know by now.
Well, yeah. That's what I think. Somebody that gets around. First off, I'm like, well, hell, I wouldn't go down there anyway because it's closed. But, if I forgot or something, I don't want to end up on,
That's a secret thing people don't know. Chick-fil-A made millions of dollars off of YouTube residuals.
They did, I guess.
But they changed the formula or something, and it fell off. They don't even fool with it no more.
I remember.
They got in other kinds of trouble.
Well,
what were you saying? I'm sorry.
We talked enough about
Chick-fil-A.
Yes, we have. And we all know how delicious Chick-fil-A is. I'm sorry, I disagree with you. I think the sandwich also tastes good. Maybe not as good as the breakfast, but I still enjoy it.
It ain't as good. That's all I'm saying.
All right.
Like, if you said, what, do you want to eat this sandwich? You want to eat this biscuit? I say, throw that sandwich out the goddamn window.
All right. Just enough with the mouth.
I'll sit here and watch you eating this biscuit.
Well, we all love the taste of that. You can't get it on Sunday. They're too busy killing the chickens for the rest of the week. Come on down.
The blood runs thick at the Chick-fil-A slaughterhouse on Sundays.
Come on down while they're getting that chicken ready for you for the rest of the week. What are you going to do on the weekend? What are you going to do on that Sunday? Well, you'll come on down and chicken church.
My stomach works 7 days a week.
Come down here. Go to church still. I ain't saying don't go to church. Go to church and then come on down here. But if you can't get to church and you can only go to one place, we'll tell you what, I'm either get my delicious chicken church chicken sandwich or I get to my, delicious sermon, whatever they got going that day. Now you get both at one place. Now let me tell you this. This is something else. This down the street from Chicken Church, which used to be formerly Pinky Piglets, now Chicken Church, formerly Cocktail Bologna, but now Chicken Church.
Before that, it was Jockey. You remember Jockey?
Well, I remember that. You're going to bring that up and ruin it. But, so it's right there, not too far down, I'd say about less than 2 miles, about 1.5 miles, is Sacred River Baptist Church.
Every time I pass that sign for Sacred River, I think it says Scared River.
No, it's Sacred.
I
It's
should have that
Sacred River
checked out.
Baptist Church is the name of it. Well, they're sitting there trying to have their sermon and whatnot, and this is small. This is, it's a real church, as I like to call it. It's not one of those big,
Right.
giant stadium, watch a movie church in. This is a real, doesn't have coffee shop or nothing. Real church, got pews, or church, regular church.
Scared River.
No, Sacred River. But
Sacred
that down
River.
there, and sometimes you on a nice day, that smell just wafts down there from Chicken Church because they up early. Getting their chickens. The chicken's already dead there. They're ready to cook. That's
They
all
got
they're
that
doing.
creek in the back of Scared River, and I guess that smell just follows the damn.
It must go down it because people get, and you can't. I don't care how good the sermon is. If you smell something that delicious, you just
That's
gonna
a
have.
fucking Ray Stevens
Hey.
song right there. I was trying to concentrate on the sermon that day, but the good smelling chicken kept getting in the
All
way.
right.
And
Don't.
then something about Obama.
That'd be good. That'd be funny, but they don't need the language in it. He wouldn't use it. Well, so they've been losing their congregation. Let's say has been dwindling a little bit more all the time. When the preacher there, Brother Carlock, Darden Carlock.
Darden Carlock. I think I went to school with him.
Did you go to school?
I went to school with Brother Carlock. No, I went to school with Brother Carlock's brother.
All right. What was it? I didn't know his name. I've known Darden Carlock for a while. Brother Carlock I've known for a while.
Now, Brother Carlock's brother's name was another D name. Dancy?
Dancy. His
No.
name Darden. It ain't Dancy. But anyway. Brother Carlock, he's sitting there watching everybody. He's, well, where are they going? Where it's just people are filing out. What am I supposed to do? And they said, well, just go. Where are they going to? And they opened,
Follow the money.
just pointed the smell, chickens,
Follow
that's
the
just smell.
smell.
And they said, well, so he said, I'm not going to let, God forgive them for what to do. You know, they don't know what to do, that sort of thing. And instead of being upset about it, did something positive, which I always think a preacher should do. So, Brother Darden Carlock is a real preacher as far as I'm concerned. So he just moved his podium, got an old school podium, from an old church, and move it down there. He's in the parking lot. So the line trying to get in, you're going to hear, and he's a decent preacher. His heart's in the right place. But out of all the preachers around here, I'd say he's pretty good. He gets to the point,
He moved the whole podium. He took a podium with him.
Took it. He's standing up there on it in the parking lot. So there's parking lot church right before you get in chicken church. So you're going to hit. So you ain't going to have to be guilty, is what I'm trying to say, to come down and get that chicken shit, because you're going to get both. You're going to get a little preaching, get a little churching up on the way in, and you're going to go in and get you some delicious, and I mean good, chicken sandwiches, chicken breakfast, chicken nuggets, all that at Chicken Church. So come on down here. There's parking lot church. That's free. No, free of charge. I don't know. They may be tithing. I ain't seen them pass anything around, but they may. You don't have to. But come on down and
what if you don't go to a Baptist church? What if Scared River's not the kind of church you go to? What if you're standing in line at Chicken Church and you want another kind of preacher, like a Presbyterian or a damn Church of Christ or one of them fucking
all right, don't
damn old Methodist. What if you go to a fucking Methodist
watch
church?
Him out. I ain't got nothing to do with it. He come down there and he's preaching. That's it.
What if you're atheist and you just want Sunday chicken? To ask me, a lot of these people probably are atheists or who have backslid out of church and don't even want to fool like with church. That's who's got time to wait in line on Sunday.
And that's who needs to come on down there and wait in line and get a little churching up. Maybe by the time they get that chicken, get back out, they've heard enough from Brother Darden Carlock. Well, they maybe turn their lives around. They may instead of going in, after getting the chicken, they may step up to him right there.
Do you don't think there's a danger of a bunch of other preachers coming down there with their podiums too?
Well,
the fucking Methodists or the damn Church of Christ?
Don't call them that. Just whatever they are. I ain't got nothing to do with it.
Is he doing this on his own, or is this sponsored by Pinky Piglet?
I don't know if he has. I'm assuming he's got an arrangement with Pinky Piglet, but it's like you and Terry. I wasn't there for that. Whatever went, I'm just there to keep a peace, so to speak.
And did we ever find out if the Chicken Church is for sure going to Chick-fil-A the night before and just ordering a bunch of stuff and putting it in the refrigerator and then microwaving it real fast?
No, it just tastes similar. It's like it's like Crystal, which is the best, and the other thing, the Castle one. Castle Village. What is it?
White Castle.
That's it, yeah.
You don't like castles, villages?
It just sounds silly when you say it today. Now time, back in when they actually had those, it wasn't no big deal. But now it just sounds silly. Well, you talking about a castle. Unless you're going to Disneyland or something, that don't make a bit of sense to me.
And let's be honest, that's pretty stupid too.
Well, yeah.
So that is, who's your sponsor?
Chicken Church. Come down and get you. It's Sunday only. Only day they open is Sunday.
Because they kill chickens the rest of the week.
All week. They're ready for you.
They
Sunday.
take their time.
They're ready for you, yeah.
They make them chickens feel it.
Well, they do what they're supposed to do to get that chicken coming out. Whatever it is they do to them, it comes out tasting delicious.
So did he close Scared River Baptist Church?
I think it's still sitting there. I don't know.
But he just, as far as, what happened to the congregation? Are they
all out in the parking lot.
They were already, most of them were there.
But anyway. They were on the way out anyway.
Did he lose anybody? He was like, I ain't sitting in no parking lot.
I don't know.
If I want slaw, I'll do that another day.
Yeah.
This is Jesus' day, not Chicken's day.
Yeah.
Did anybody say, hold on, let's not go crazy? I mean, it's just one restaurant. Did anybody say, maybe you should keep your podium in the actual church, and this could be like a hobby? Like maybe once a month we go down there and hand out some pamphlets.
Well, you work it out with him however you think you're sorting out. What I know is that while you're waiting in line to get you some delicious chicken church sandwich, You're going to hear some good, like I said, he's a good preacher. I think a good preacher, fine preacher.
What if you standing in line?
A good sermon.
And this line is long as hell. And you stand in line, and he says, all right, let us bow our heads to pray. And everybody bows their head and closes their eyes, and somebody cuts the fuck in front of you.
Hey.
And they're dunking that biscuit in a jug of slaw.
Hey, watch your mouth.
What if that happens?
I don't know what happens. I told you what it is. People are more polite than that. Not everybody's like you. Not everybody's out to get.
And they stand in line and go, oh, I just got Dunlapped. That would actually be pretty cool if I was driving around town and I saw one of them signs on a church said, sermon this Sunday, Dunlap.
What?
Like they were going to preach about me or against me.
What?
That'd be great. So that Scared River Baptist Church, come on down to the Chicken Church parking lot.
Parking lot. Is there in the parking lot and the chicken's inside.
A couple weeks ago, you had an actual church with a preacher inside with a podium indoors. Now your church is in a fucking parking lot.
Hey, don't.
And you were going to smell like somebody fucking fried you up.
I get tired of it. Don't need to hear that other word.
And pickled you down. That is Brother Carlock Darden's Scared River Baptist Church. Preacher parking lot. Damn chicken church. I got a sponsor too, Jackie. I think you're really going to like.
I don't know about that.
I don't have a lot of regrets. That may surprise you. One regret I have is that I couldn't make this Jesus money thing get off the ground.
Wow.
Prosperity gospel. Jackie, when you are doing well and you are rich, that means Jesus loves you. If you're poor and an idiot and you can't make nothing work and life has really kicked you, you can't seem like you get down and you're about to get up and life kicks you back down, that means you've sinned. I don't know what you did, but you're going to have a lot of time thinking about it in the damn food stamp line. Because Jesus put you in there as payback.
Well, Jesus liked poor people. I always said he liked poor people. Maybe he's doing you a favor to think about that.
Jesus doesn't like poor people, Jackie. That's fake news. That's fake Bible.
What?
I can quote you verse after verse where like Ephemerians, where 30:17, where Jesus is in the bathroom and somebody comes in and says, hey, do you mind if I get an autograph? And verily Jesus said to them, are you poor or are you rich? And they said, I'm rich. And Jesus said, then you're my kind of people. And to the poor man who come out of the stall, like there was a flush and then somebody come out of the stall, and Jesus said, you're poor, but that just means you got another shot to get rich, and then I'll love you. That's the Bible. That is 100% the Bible.
No, it ain't.
That's 100%.
Nope.
Yeah, like 75% the Bible.
Nope.
When Jesus, there's an image that people, and I'm going to call them out by name, socialists, put in. Do you remember when socialists were popular in America? Like at the beginning of the century, before people woke up and Ronald Reagan kicked them all out of the country. Those socialists got their little poor-loving paws all over your Bible, and they put things in there like Jesus got crucified, and he was in some rags.
What?
Jesus dressed up to the nines. That's how people in the Bible knew to listen to him, because he looked sharp, he dressed sharp, he wore expensive clothing. Those are the principles that prosperity gospel still abides by, the true old-timey religion. We don't like to say old-timey because it sort of gives a old person. It reminds people in the testing we did, when you say old-timey, it reminds people of gray beards and overalls, red flannel plaid shirts, things that no one wants to be associated with anymore.
No, that's
because they spell out poverty.
You just full of it.
So I was really working this angle with the Jesus Money Church People were coming to the old abandoned. Do you remember that mall? The abandoned.
Way out there.
Is it even still there? It was like I forgot it. And then as we're talking about it right now, I remember it, but I feel like I'm just going to forget it even existed.
It was ways to get to out there. That's the reason people didn't go.
But you would be walking. How many times did this ever happen to you when you went out there to like Old Time Pottery or whatever, and you'd see like a
This one was further out than the Old Time Pottery.
Oh, this was past Old Time Pottery.
Yeah.
You'd go to Old Time Pottery and you'd feel called further.
Yeah.
And you'd get back in your car, and then all of a sudden the mist parted, and you were like, "What?" And then you'd like do a lap around the mall inside, and you'd see long dead loved ones out of the corner of your eye. Do you remember that?
No.
That never happened to you.
You sound like you was drunk.
That happened to everybody. You're just ashamed to admit it.
No.
You couldn't call it. It wasn't like there was Uncle Don going into the damn Spencer's. It was like you were just doing a walk, and you'd be like, "Who was it? I know them." Anyway, I had some good.
That's coincidence. Coincidences.
I had some good retail space out there. We were doing some great work for the Lord and for money and for getting that money for the Lord and keeping some for ourselves. And what happened was this new prosperity gospel church opened up called Heaven Sent, and they spell the C is with a cent sign, and they really went to town. They really went to town on taking everything that we'd started and getting more rich people to come and just being fancier. And I wound up having to work as a valet for them.
Yeah, they should,
because you couldn't show up. If you wanted to show up to Heaven Sent, you couldn't show up in your old fucking beater car or whatever. Like you had to rent. They had cars you could rent, and you could rent it just to go around in a loop. And I'd take the car, and then I'd go park it, and then I'd drive it around. Somebody'd meet me, and they'd get in it. They'd drive like an orange, damn. What do you call them army cars Arnold Schwarzenegger used to drive?
Huh?
Hummer. Anyway, I don't know if you heard, Heaven Sent Church burnt down this weekend. It was a real shame. A lot of money. They'd put a lot of money in there. They had leveraged a lot of money of their congregation. Now, a lot of people who were rich and loved by Jesus are poor because they had invested in the church, and that shit got burnt down. And apparently, whatever insurance deal they had isn't going to be too favorable for them.
Wow.
So a lot of Heaven Sent rich people are now poor people, and they're unfortunately not welcome back at Jesus Church until, everybody's welcome, but we all have to pretend that we're rich because we need poor people coming in, pretending they're rich and getting their money to help build up our coffers. And everybody knows that some of these rich motherfuckers who turned their back on me and went to Heaven Sent Church just lost their shirts. So that's just sort of an element we don't really need there. I don't know what they all did to get punished by Jesus so bad that somebody snuck in and poured a bunch of gasoline in the damn dry cleaners of Heaven Sent Church and set that shit on fire. But that whoever did that was probably an angel.
What? That's arson.
Apparently, whatever happened, the police think that whoever worked for the dam, it had to be somebody who worked, either an angel who could see things, or somebody who maybe worked for the church in some capacity, had some knowledge of the closed circuit camera. Probably somebody who just kind of had to get a job there, wasn't paid that great. Somebody they all looked down on after they took somebody's cool ideas. Or an angel who just knows things. Like, how would they figure out the closed circuit? How did they know how to shut down this camera and to spray paint that one? Because, an angel, because Jesus sent them down, because this church did something wrong, and Jesus had to punish them and take away their money. And now the rich people in town know to come over to Jesus Church in the lost and forgotten mall in the mists. Once you get there, there's nothing in there. So right now we've got basically 12 storefronts. We got closed circuit TV, big screens that I got from a Radio Shack that was going out of business. So you can there's a screen in each storefront, so you can just kind of chill out by yourself in there. And I'll be in there preaching that good prosperity gospel, teaching you how to make money and appreciate Jesus' love when he showers it on you with all that money you make, and how to avoid unfortunate incidents when Jesus' arson angels come down from heaven because you are a sinner and you don't appreciate all you got. And prosperity gospel says that when fires burn your church down that you invested in and the insurance policy is fucking shit,
Hey,
that means that you did something wrong. Everybody, like the leaders of the Heaven Sent Church, I don't know what they did wrong, but it would make sense to me there's probably something big, probably something involving children. If Jesus is going to send an arson angel down to burn that shit up, you did something terrible, and I imagine we're going to find out about it.
Well, what's terrible about it, and no, there's no reason they didn't deserve it, but what's terrible, what reason Jesus doesn't like it, but Jesus ain't going to waste time sending an angel down to burn things up. He's more concerned with angels helping people and things.
No.
No, he wouldn't do
Punishment is big on Jesus' list.
Well, he didn't. I guarantee you, he don't like him turning whatever he says into money. And the same as you, it ain't about money. Jesus like poor people best. He said it over and over and over again in the Bible.
That is some willful misreading of the gospel, Jackie.
No, sir.
Jesus said, poor people, I love poor people when they become rich, when they get their shit together.
Hey.
Then come on down to church where rich people are rewarded and admired. That's what church is for. I show the rich that they are good. Which came first? Were rich people good and loved by Jesus, or were they good and loved by Jesus and then they become rich? That's a question even Jesus doesn't know.
There's good rich people and bad rich people. There's good poor people and bad poor people. The rich poor ain't got nothing to do with good or bad. It's two different things.
If
You're confusing it all.
No, there's bad rich people and they get their church burned down.
What? Watch what you're saying. It makes me uncomfortable. I don't like it.
All I'm saying is, if there's security camera footage in heaven, you could probably find tape of Jesus going to an angel saying, go burn down this blasphemous child pornography church.
No. Watch your mouth. That.
What you're not going to find is any footage of me doing it. Because I don't live in heaven yet. If anyone's trying to find that footage. So that's Jesus Church. Find this mall. You'll be drawn to it. Come on in. And listen, we're going to get a good church space. This mall, soon, we're getting out of here. I mean, you won't half see visions of your great-grandmother any longer. As soon as we get a few more rich people in here who can bankroll me a nice damn Jesus money compound somewhere, we're going to be going to town.
Hell.
Literally going to town.
All right.
I got to get out of this creepy-ass mall.
Hey there, this Jackie Bro still here. That's 10, number 10 right there. It's 10 or 11.
I did a couple in that last bit. So we don't know who's paying for these?
I'm counting. I ain't paying for it. I say that right now.
Well, you got to get some skin in the game. This can't be your Jackie's Market to you.
Keeping count is all I'm saying. You said Dunlap's Jackie's Market. You and Terry got something worked out. If you know how much you paying him and how much you covering.
I ain't paying him nothing.
Well, somebody paying him something. He
how
wouldn't
much
bring
am
that
I
beer here for free.
into Terry for?
I don't know. If you gonna run a business, that's things you got to look into.
Should I call Terry now?
If you won't call him now and I go on home, that's fine. And you won't finish talking on here, it don't make a difference to me.
Call Terry, who I don't trust, or talk about Trump's tweets. Folks, we're recording this on Sunday, the damn September 17th. early evening, 7 p.m. ish Tennessee time. Tennessee time, Middle Tennessee time, not weird East Tennessee time.
Middle Tennessee, Central.
Let's talk about Donald Trump's tweets today. Let's see. Here's, let me just give you a random.
It's like let's talk about what my 5-year-old did in kindergarten to get in trouble today. Why I'm tired of having this damn discussion. I don't care what it does on there. Just
let's see if we can decide what his tweets mean, Jackie. Tell me, was this him just looking at something like an old, addled senior citizen, no offense, who watches Fox News all day and doesn't know reality from Fox News? Or was he trying to get under somebody's skin, make people mad, sit back and watch it fizz?
It's everything he's ever tweeted on there. Everything.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, they are. Have more of them coming today.
Did y'all hear them sirens?
Must be a big one. Big fight.
Somebody got into a big fight Longhorns dancing parlor. That's all I can figure out.
Ain't the first time. Won't be the last.
And somebody got hurt. Somebody got a bottle jabbed in their eye. Or somebody got their fucking head.
Hey, don't say it that way. Yes, people get hurt. Y'all don't have to use the language.
All right, let's see. So he posted, just at random here, I'm just going to go down a few different tweets he posted. Posted an all-red electoral map. Retweeted this from Trumpism 5.0. I don't think that's the anti-Semite, but I didn't look back into their account far enough to find the anti-Semitic tweets. So. Well,
that's the reason. Same with the president. He doesn't do that either. That's the reason or he does know, and he's an actual white supremacist, actual anti-Semite that looks at that regularly. It's one of the two. It's either too dumb, which I tend to favor that over anything all the time, or just, he I know this guy hates Jewish people. I love his stuff. It's one of the two.
You got to separate the art from the artist.
Well,
Manhattan is still a good movie.
What is it?
Manhattan. Let me tell you a few reasons you'll never see it. Woody Allen made it.
I don't know.
It's called Manhattan.
No.
But I bet Donald Trump sees it all the time.
He can watch it. I ain't going to look at it.
Teenage girls in it. Keep it up, libs. This will be 2020. There was a time when I would have said nobody in America would watch a movie called Manhattan. I mean, in the 70s, Alan Alda, they would watch it.
That's MASH, yeah.
That's what everybody was like back in. Phil Donahue. You walk down the street, it'd be like, there's Alan Alda, there's Phil Donahue. That's everybody in America. Burt Reynolds, the opposite of them.
Burt Reynolds is good, yeah.
But now, I guess everybody in America loves the movie Manhattan because of Donald Trump. I'm not sure.
Either way, I ain't going to see it.
I'm sure we talked about this at some point. But nowadays, that commercial where they're sitting around the campfire and they're like, eat this salsa. Where's it from? New York City. New York City. Everybody hates New York City.
Yep.
Probably for racist and anti-Semitic reasons.
Well,
also.
Cowboys didn't like it because it's city. I don't know about all that. That's because it was
city. But that's where. Let's break this down. So you're saying the Cowboys it was city honking horns?
I think I seen a black cowboy sitting with the white cowboy talking about salsa on some of them. I think, if I remember right, I ain't seen it in a while. Is that still on?
No, I don't even think that company exists anymore.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know who made that salsa. They shouldn't rename it Trump salsa. And they just go, New York City. And then he walks in and goes, hey, or whatever. What were we talking about? Woody Allen?
No, I hope not. No.
So people love New York City salsa. America loves New York City now. Nope, America has never loved New York City more. It was like October 2001 and post-Trump America. Those are the times that America loves New York City. So you're saying those cowboys are not racist, they're not homophobic.
I don't think
they're not thinking about the Tony Awards.
I don't think that's in what I saw in those commercials. They like, I don't like New York City because I can't sleep out here with my cows. They don't want city concrete. They don't like it too. It's different, you know.
So,
I don't think it's the people so much as just the place.
It's not a dog whistle.
A cowboy don't want to go to the city. There's movie after movie, TV
Because he's
show
racist.
No, not because he's racist. Because he likes to live on the prairie, wherever the hell.
Why did he choose to go to the prairie instead of the Bronx? I'm just saying, you can read a lot into a lot of different things these days.
And it just ain't the. Remember, New York people, they go out there because they like a prairie too. They go out with McLeod.
Billy Crystal.
That's right. Old Billy Crystal's. Him and his other friends didn't know nothing about cowboys, and they went out to be with one.
The last time Billy Crystal had friends?
As far as I can remember, I don't mean, yeah.
One of them's dead now.
Well, yeah. That's what happens.
Life goes on. Those movies are about loss, really.
What is it?
Those movies are about loss. I think those movies
Billy
are...
Crystal movies?
I guess they're just about everybody trying to help Billy Crystal find his smile.
Find his smile. But no, and also sometimes like McLeod want to go to the city. He ride his horse down, so they both visit.
Hey, get out of here with that horse.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good thing Donald Trump wasn't well known in McLeod times because he would have been in that show and ruined it.
Yeah.
What about, wait a minute. Is Donald Trump in the Uncle Pen video?
Uncle what?
Uncle Pen video, the Ricky Skaggs Uncle Pen video.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
That's the one where Bill Monroe plays Ricky Skaggs Uncle Pen. And he's real racist, a homophobe.
No.
He hates the cities.
No,
he
it's
hates
not 'cause he
the races
those
intermingling on the streets.
No.
He shows up. He says, boy, you are coming back to 99% white Kentucky County that we grew up in. I may be putting some modern day.
I think you are. Yeah.
Spin on.
I think there's some of that they don't mention. They don't talk about in that thing.
None of that may be in there. But is Donald Trump in it? No, Ed Koch is in it.
Yeah, it used to be Ed Koch. Yeah.
I don't think Donald Trump was well known enough outside of New York City. I don't know when did Donald Trump start getting infamous?
I just realized something about you talking about New York City. Something that's good out of all this for whatever reasons. I ain't seen Giuliani in a long time.
Is he okay?
I don't not wishing him ill will, but he used to be on TV running his mouth about everything.
Where is he?
I don't know. He gone. Everybody else, like Chris Christie, still wandering around somewhere causing trouble. The rest of you still show. Marco Rubio says something every now and then like a dummy, but I ain't heard from Giuliani in a while.
Wasn't there some clip of Trump standing next to Rubio telling somebody to run against Rubio this week? I didn't even get to look at that. I thought I saw a headline.
What surprised me?
There's so much happening that I think that happened this week, and we didn't even get to talk about it. So Giuliani is...
I ain't seen a hide and a hair of him in a while. He used to be everywhere causing trouble, and now he don't.
What do you think happened to Bill O'Reilly's body language experts?
I don't know where you get work after that. I don't know.
Because that was the whole industry that existed just...
What you really saying, how you really feel, what this tell you. I remember them. Now, well, he got his shoulders like this, so that means this.
And watch this interview I just did with the president, and you tell me what he's thinking as I really nail him. Yeah. Or maybe a video of him nailing somebody else. He'd call him after hours.
Giuliani didn't do nothing to no woman, did he? Is that why he's gone? Because most of them do something to women, and they got to leave, which they should.
You talking about Fox people?
Yes, because that's where he was most of the time. Where the hell else was he on TV? He'd go wherever they'd have him. I'll say that, but Fox used to have him on a lot. I'm just saying, you don't see Rudy Giuliani. I ain't seen him in a long time. I didn't even see him in September 9/11.
Maybe we were just watching the wrong channel.
Maybe he was up there with him. That could have been. I don't know. I just seemed like I ain't heard. I ain't saying that's a good or bad thing. It's just I don't know where he's at.
It was hard to see a lot of footage from the White House that wasn't of Donald Trump after 9/11. After 9/11 celebration this week. Not celebration. You know what I mean.
Anniversary.
Kind of. I do remember Donald Trump climbing up on that wreckage and saying this country would survive before he handed it over to. Is that what happened? That
Something
was what
like
I came
that. It
away
seems,
with.
my memory, yeah.
You ever feel sorry for George W. Bush?
Oh, I don't feel sorry for him. No, he's a good man. Take care of himself. He always kept his head held high, no matter what they said about him. He don't need me feeling sorry for him. No, sir. He's down there clearing brush, painting his in the bathtub, feet, whatever, knee, and having a big time. And he deserves it. He worked hard. He can do whatever he wants to now.
So Trump's tweets. Red electoral map. Keep it up, libs. This will be 2020. That was one of his tweets. Then there was a tweet of a train wearing a hat. Which I'll be honest, that's not a bad.
Why does anybody bring that up? I don't understand that.
But it's a Trump hat.
Well, trains and silly trains, they all put all different kind of hats on trains. Been doing it for years. Why did anybody not like that? That don't make any sense to me.
It's just he did a string of tweets
that's in the middle of them all.
That's in the middle of them, and it's just like a train.
He should have stopped with that one, right?
He really got it. This is also from Trumpism 5.0. I think he was just seeing what else. It's like, I like this guy. Just going, you know how you do that? Well, you don't. You get on Twitter and you go like, what else has Charlie Daniels been tweeting today? Like, oh no, oh boy, okay. But this case, he was like, oh, Trumpism 5.0, it's the real deal. This guy knows how to Twitter. And then there was a picture. It's not like a political cartoon so much. Also from Trumpism 5.0. So he's basically stalking. It's like looking at your ex-girlfriend's Facebook, seeing if she ever puts pictures of you up.
Well, he find plenty of people put pictures of him that.
So he's in the water, I guess, in this cartoon of himself. He's pulling
pulling that back to America is what I thought.
A
and
raft.
All that went to, it was Oreos on there. Remember, he wasn't going to eat Oreos.
Oh, right.
That was Chris Christie was around for that. He said he liked Oreos.
So here's what's on that raft. It's a car, it's some coal, and some Oreos. That coal's going to get all over them Oreos, by the way. Folks, look this up. It's hard for me to describe. It's a heroic Trump. Hair's still a little weird. They didn't make the hair normal in their defense. And he's pulling a raft, I guess like Aquaman or Mara. Mara is Aquaman's wife.
Who?
Apple and a building and a car and coal and a giant garbage bin full of Oreos. It says Oreos. I guess if you go to Oreo headquarters, they got a blue bin. It says Oreo on the side, and that's where they throw the faulty Oreos. And he's got this on there, and he's pulling that through the damn water.
And like I said, bring it back to America. Look out for the hurricanes on the way.
And then the one that's getting a lot of there's two more. This is too good. He said he spoke. I guess the train hat one is a little weird because he also, during this run of tweets, said that he spoke with President Moon of South Korea last night.
Here's a train with my hat on it.
Asked him how Rocket Man is doing. That's him talking about North Korea. Long gas lines forming in North Korea. Too bad. That's a tweet from the president. President Moon. I'm surprised he didn't tweet a picture of the moon with a hat on it.
That's coming.
Then, of course, the one that's getting a lot of people talking today is that he tweeted from CNN sucks. Fucked up mind.
Hey.
I guess this is the one that people know for 100% sure is anti-Semitic. It was a picture of Donald Trump with a golf swing, strong, virile. I've seen this swing come up. Look how strong. I've seen it with other on Trump-loving Twitter accounts, and then they show like Hillary Clinton having one of her seizures or whatever they say she's having.
Like a golf ball hitter.
And in this one, the golf ball hits her in the back of the head. And so people are mad. People are mad saying it's Trump assaulting Hillary Clinton, saying it's a woman getting assaulted. It's a former opponent getting assaulted.
If anybody else put that out, nobody cared. It wasn't. It's just something silly and stupid. But the fact that he's doing it and he's supposed to be president, one minute he talk about sanctions and nuclear weapons, the next minute I look at this, he like a damn 5-year-old. It's just done, and then everybody has to take it seriously because he's the one that did it. And you got to have people saying, oh, it's a joke, hell, it's just stupid, which I agree with. It is stupid, but the president shouldn't be doing it.
No, the president shouldn't be doing this.
That's all I got to say about it. Because if it was just him doing it and he wasn't, was just whatever it was in New York, nobody'd see it anyhow. They're like, nobody give a damn what he did.
Also, people have called this like a Three Stooges thing or like a slapstick or a Benny Hill thing. It's weird that he's heroic. It's also like, oh, look how strong he is with his golf shot. Like the one time. And also, he still looks like kind of a goob.
He never looks,
But, like, the Marx Brothers wouldn't, like, purposely, like, nobody's going to just, like, swing and hit somebody in the back with a golf club. Even that's always accidental. It's not just some mean asshole hitting somebody with a golf ball. Like, is it? Am I misremembering everything? It's like they get what's coming to them not on purpose. Because people aren't vindictive assholes. Our comedy heroes are not just vindictive assholes. Some of them are.
Yeah.
Like National Lampoon people, maybe. But, like, for the most part, it happens it happens accidentally. Like, oh, shit, because Will Ferrell did this, he winds up hitting him with a golf ball. Not Will Ferrell just like, fuck you,
hey,
Hillary. Hits her with a golf ball. Also, the president shouldn't be tweeting that. The president shouldn't be.
Anything he does shouldn't be.
Like if Obama had tweeted him hitting McCain with a golf ball, people would be upset. Like the elderly, like a war hero, his opponent, the president. This is like from
Trump's done worse to him. The other day, he tweets us out like a POWs, and I'm like, well, he's just doing that to shove it in McCain's face, because why else would he do that? And how could you have the nerve? He said something. I saw my buddy served in the army, and like he put up a thing for POWs, thanks for all the great, the great list support, one of those things. And then I'm sitting there looking at it going, well, you done said people who got captured ain't heroes. Everybody got you on camera saying it. And then turn around and say that.
Like, I want to say, when people say it's just a joke, they did elect this man who was a dope. And he does do things just to get reactions from people. And they also know he's self-centered and narcissistic and likes videos of himself looking heroic and hitting people in the back with a golf ball. And that he makes jokes about people, and people are supposed to say, oh, that's just a joke, even though nobody else would be able to get away with it. I don't know where I was going with that, but that's basically where we are.
The joke of it all is he got elected. All this is just,
Everybody was on board with this. Oh, listen, you hear them sirens?
Not yet. My ears, I'm old. Takes a while
for
me
happened?
to hear 'em.
They just, what the fuck?
Hey, I guess you ain't hearing nothing, right?
I heard them, and now I don't see them. I'm trying to look out the window.
Well,
Can't see nothing.
I
See a
ain't hear
parking
no
lot,
signs that time.
underground. We need duct. This bunker ain't gonna be worth shit if we don't duct tape this. Duct tape. Then also Trump tweeted after there's a terrorist attack in London.
Oh Lord, that's
Explosion on the tube, and he got on there, saying, these goddamn terrorists, we need to fucking fix our shit over here. Just opportunistically making hay. Basically, you know how your uncle, there's an explosion somewhere, and your racist uncle texts you, see? And you don't even know what he's talking about. Then later you hear there was an explosion. And you're like, oh, that's why he texted me.
Yep.
He basically did that, except he's the president now. So when he does a racist see, it affects another country trying to do, like, an investigation. And Theresa May's like, that's not super helpful.
It ain't helpful to nothing that he does. Name one positive thing that come out of whatever he tweeted or twatted on there. The one thing. One good thing that come out, I couldn't tell you.
He probably said something about fucking Jeb Bush that was kind of funny. But in the end, that hurt us too. So I guess nothing. What about that kid mowing the yard out there?
Yeah,
I almost said lawn, but that's like village and forest.
Yard. Mow the yard. And if a little boy likes to do it, I just saw a picture of it. Somebody said this boy wanted to, mow the White House lawn. Well, all right. He didn't need the president out there screaming at him while I did it.
You ain't going to get a good yard mowing in with Trump around.
No.
If you're trying to do anything, like fix a sink or cook a egg or mow the yard, you got to, or run the country, you got to keep Trump in another room.
Who came up with the idea to let that boy come mow the yard? And I don't doubt the sincerity of the young man, but somebody had to go through the letters. Oh, this will be good. This, because they ask him everything. There's nothing that the president, can he come do this? Can he be in my class play? Whatever. Kid ask questions. But they let, who decided like, oh, this is adorable. This is going to be something, which I ain't saying it ain't. But who went to him and told him this kid's going to come out and mow the yard? You need to go out there and meet him. That lady Hicks, she the one, I don't know who does that. Because he didn't come up with that on his own. Did he?
Find somebody that can mow his goddamn. I want to see a picture of me with a kid and a lawnmower.
Now that may be the case there.
I don't know why. I didn't read the background on this. Was there a reason the kid just likes to mow the yard and he likes Trump? And
I guess somebody answered his letter, wrote a letter, can I please come? It's like writing Santa Claus or something. Shouldn't like to write the damn president.
People got mad this was politicized. Can you imagine, though, in any other day and age, if we had a rich-ass president and they bring a kid in from middle America, wherever he was from, having mowing the yard, like we wouldn't be able to get past that. Like, look at the rich president thinks he's ordering people around to mow the yard. The kid was white, at least.
Yeah. Well, it seemed like a little boy wanted to do it, so.
Yeah, if he wants to mow Trump's yard, I don't care.
It don't bother me at all. Nothing wrong with that.
I mean, I'm sure there's people who's like, he should have used that opportunity to stand up for immigrants' rights. And,
Or,
maybe he should have.
Condone the actions of Nazis, and Klansmen might be nice. That'd be good.
Maybe the kid should have refused to mow the yard to make a stand. Or should the kid if the kid didn't agree to mow the yard, is Trump going to try to mow the yard himself and like run over a bush? Say something racist, make it worse. Maybe that kid needed to keep, if we hadn't had that kid mowing the yard that day, it might be nuclear devastation right now. That's what I don't know. Do we need McMaster? Do we need that kid mowing the yard? Do we need more people? Did they arrange this whole thing to get Trump out of the fucking White House so they could say, okay, get Kim Jong-un on the phone? Listen, here's what we're going to do. We got about 5 minutes. I can hear when the mower cuts off, we got to go.
Yep.
This whole thing, we're talking about this kid, it becomes a thing like this kid shouldn't be up there, child labor or whatever. Hell, like if that kid may have played a huge role in our national security.
Absolutely, yeah.
Nobody got their foot run over with a mower, so that was good. I'm just going to say, if a kid wants to mow a yard these days, let him mow it.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that at all.
They
People
put
don't
your
know-
cell phone down for 2 seconds, let him mow a
If
yard.
that's what he wanted to do, yeah. Good for him.
That's our yard, people.
He mow, yeah, it's our yard too. It should be, but I don't know about,
Let that kid mow it.
Right.
Mow it to hell and back, son.
Good for him.
Is that normalizing Trump? I don't know anymore. I don't know. Yard got to be mowed.
One way or the other, yeah. Whatever
Got to
he
mow
says.
that yard.
Yeah.
Of course, maybe if nobody agreed to mow the yard, it just growed up, and every time you see Trump out there, he's tromping through weeds. Maybe he'd get the message. Maybe Schumer and Pelosi sent that kid over there. Who knows? They're buddies.
All friends now, yeah. People burn up a Trump hats. I saw that.
Yeah, they don't like Trump. I guess he said, first, they're unclear where they stand about DACA. Listen, if you're mad enough about Trump's mixed messages on DACA that you're going to burn your hat, imagine how a fucking DACA kid feels.
Hey.
They don't know if they should be trying to learn Spanish. And you're upset because he says the wall's half done because they got some chicken wire and it's like a damn homecoming float.
Well, anybody, I
Like
don't.
tissue and chicken wire and spray paint. And your wall's done. It's just
I ain't gonna be
go Wildcats.
Want to say I told you so, but anybody vote for him thinking they're gonna get. I mean, he's crazy. He doesn't make any sense. What's it happening now? This the global warming Paris Accords.
Oh, yeah, we don't know. Out, who knows?
They said, well, I guarantee you what happened. Somebody said, listen, don't pay no attention to what he said. Everything's fine. We'll take care of it. And then then somebody said that, and they got wind back to him, so they have come, no Paris Accord, no Paris Accord. So I don't know who's covering for him. Is it Kelly? Is it McMaster going from place to place?
McMaster, why is his collar so big? And his suit, he looks like a suit trying to grow a new head.
Uncomfortable, yeah.
Well, it's the same damn thing with Schumer and Pelosi. They go have Chinese food. He orders in Chinese food. And then they say they have to come out immediately and say that there's a deal so that he can see it on TV and know what just happened.
Yep.
And then he says there's no deal. And then he says there might be a deal. I can't even keep up. Like nothing is real. Nothing is definite.
Nope.
Nothing is real. Nothing is real. Listen, I've never seen a kid mowing the White House yard. What? That's fucked up.
Hey.
I didn't even take a second to think about that. Let's not even talk about nuclear war or damn Nikki Haley at the United Nations or anything or fucking sending a bunch of young Americans home. Like, how much time did I spend looking at that picture of that kid mowing the White House yard? I have never looked that much at the White House yard, even during the egg roll. Sean Spicer in that rabbit outfit. What the hell is happening? Was that real? Did I dream that?
I don't know.
That poor kid having to make small talk.
I'm just heading over the yard. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Just let me.
I had a job mowing yards one afternoon, and this guy come out. Like, hey, how's it going out here? Like, fuck you. I don't know. Terrible. I'm mowing your fucking yard.
Hey, watch
That's
them
how
out.
it's going. How you think it's going, asshole? I walked away. So don't make small talk with people mowing your yard.
Can't hear them over the motor running anyhow. Usually, you just have some people screaming at each other. What? And then you have to stop, turn it off.
I said, do you want some lemonade? Ugh, terrible. Terrible. Worst short-lived job. One of them. One of them because you at somebody's house doing it. And it's weird, intimate, sweating, hot, gross. Wife trying to seduce you.
What?
That happens all the time.
No.
Wives always trying to seduce them.
No.
Yeah, it's just what happens.
I don't believe
I'm not judging them.
Well,
Sex is important to a lot of people. Not you anymore.
just shut your mouth. I don't care what's important to it. You keep it to yourself. I don't want to know about it.
I didn't watch any videos of the hats burning. Did they go right up, or did it take them a few lighter clips?
Hey, one boy burned out. I'm sitting there looking at him. Daddy gonna whoop your hide when he burn it on a table or something, little boy. One boy's mowing the yard. One boy burning a hat. Look around the same age as me. Could have been a teenager. I don't know, but threw it on the glass. You know.
Were they crying?
No, he wasn't crying. He just set something on fire. But young men like to set things on fire anyway. You give them a reason to, they'll do it.
That's how Trump got elected, basically.
Well, yeah.
He's like a human fire, burning his way around the world.
But I guarantee you, all those people that burnt the hat, and the hell with him for DACA, had to come back and get on the side as soon as they saw a golf ball hit Hillary in the back.
That's what he does.
They come right back to, well, he's going to do that. They'll be, you know.
This is classic getting played by somebody who's crazy.
Yep.
I ain't racist. Oh, I'm still no, I'm still racist. And he's saying that like you think he'd say, I'm not racist to the people who want him to not be racist, but he might say that to the people who want him to be racist. And then later he's racist again. They're like, well, fuck, I thought he just said what in the goddamn hell?
Hey.
My hat ain't even through burning yet. Of course, it's also a good way to make more money off him $40
I
hats.
shouldn't have burnt my hat. Yeah, give me another one, yeah. I'm sorry, that's a collector's item. And the price has gone up on that now.
1 hour and 11 minutes into this podcast, Jackie. You want to talk about Medicare for All? Do you want to talk about Jamel Hill? Do you want to talk about Equifax? Do you want to talk about believing in boobs? Hot cop racist. Motel 6 reporting undocumented immigrants to ICE.
Oh.
Google selling ads. Blacks ruin everything. Jewish parasites. Facebook targeted ads to racists. And that damn pharma bro trying to get a piece of Hillary Clinton's hair. This is a weird week.
Well, I just want to say half of that, I don't understand what it is. And the other half of it, I don't want to talk about.
Bodega.
Oh.
What if some damn Silicon Valley yahoos tried to open up a country store app? Instead of going there like, we're gonna put the country store out of business and we're gonna call it Jackie's.
What?
Did you hear about these guys trying to open up? They're trying to put the bodega out of business. You know what a bodega is?
What is it?
It's kind of like a country store, but it's run by friendly people. It's useful. It has things you might need. So it's not your store at all.
What?
So they put these places in like lobbies. These are for city folks. That's no dog whistle. It's just literally for cities. You put this bodega in a damn lobby or wherever in a gym, I think they said. And it's got like Cokes and tampons and toilet paper and dog food and the shit you'd get at the corner store. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, what if, and they're calling it bodega, which made people mad because they're putting like immigrant moms and pops and Hispanic people who've been here for generations and like the small business owner out of business. You have it on your phone and it opens up because you hit the app on your phone. You follow? Are you with me here? And then you go to they got a little key, a little vending machine. Basically, is all it is. Except that there's an app for it, and when you take it out, the app knows you took a Coke out and some tampons and some fucking rolling papers.
Wow.
I don't know if I got all that. But what if? See, you didn't pay attention to this story because it didn't concern you.
I don't understand it.
Because Uncle Penn come to get Ricky Skaggs out of the city because he hates disco music.
Yeah.
And Donald Trump is not in that, or he is in that?
Don't know for sure. I have to go back and look at that.
There's a breakdancer in it. I think we watched that. 5 years we've been doing this, folks. We're
Yes.
going to watch the Uncle Penn video a few times. But what if they come out with a store and they called it Jackie's? You get on your Jackie's app. Open up this this would have been a good sponsor for me when.
I don't know what app is. A button?
Yeah, on your phone though.
See, I don't know.
So they'd have like barbecue and zero bars with a bunch of dust on
How
it.
they give that to you through the phone? No, that don't make any sense.
No,
to me.
they put, instead of you having to go to the market, they put it like in the lobby of your work or maybe in a church vestibule.
You go pick it up.
Or the beauty parlor. Yeah.
But why not just go
No,
to the store?
It's at places where you already are. And so, like, instead of, I need to run by Jackie's and get a can of Beanie Weenies and a bent spoon, on your way out of church, you go, oh, shit, I don't need to go to Jackie's at all. I'll just get a barbecue sandwich and an RC and a damn old...
well, what if they're going to stop by my store already anyway? That don't make any sense.
Well, they don't need to now.
Well, what if they won't?
Your store is everywhere they already are, and they don't have to look at you. The Jackie's app.
I don't like a future, whatever it is. That don't sound good to me.
Well, no, sure, because you're on the losing end of it. You're the horse, and everybody else is buying a damn car.
Yeah.
They got a car app on their phone. Also, cars won't have drivers. What were we talking about?
Hell, I don't know.
All right. Well, folks, thanks for listening to us. I think we've figured out if people who don't like New York City are racist, homophobe.
No, I don't think that's the case. Some of them just don't like it, city life.
Like Bill Monroe.
He just wants to be out. Yeah, he just wants to be in the country. That's all. It's not because of who's there or who's not there, any of that. Just wants to go back to the country.
Now, he'd be happy if everybody in the country was gay.
Well, I guess. I don't know. You'd have to ask him, but
well,
he
dead.
passed on. I know. He passed
That's
on
convenient. Folks, go to iTunes. What is it, Jackie? It's iTunes.
iTunes, YouTube, Facebooks.
Leave us a review on iTunes. It's been 5 years. This isn't our anniversary. It's not till like Thanksgiving. It's 5 years.
When, yeah.
We still got. Are we gonna do a Halloween song this year?
Hell, I don't know.
Let's map out the next few. We got. What about Christmas is coming up?
Don't make any promises you can't keep. Hell,
Yeah,
if
we
I
ain't
know
gonna
what
do
I'm
jack
do.
shit,
No.
folks. You're lucky you're getting this.
Yeah.
Next week's probably gonna be a best of.
Now's the time that we both have to go. Our podcast come out really great. We know our time is at an end. So until we meet again, we'll just have to say goodbye, friend. Saying bye-bye always brings us down. But our bags are packed and we have to leave town. A postcard to you we will send. If a stamp to us you'll lend, so we can write and say goodbye. 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 Goodbye.
Are we done?
That was a pretty good podcast.
What's the difference this and the other one?
CBNnews.com. This is the CBN. Is that still the Christian Broadcasting Network? Is that what that stands
I think
for?
that's what it
I like to
says.
check in at the end of every podcast, and here's their top headline: The future of the Paris Agreement, North Korea tensions, and a UN address. The president's busy week.
That's on the Christian? That's on the
Yeah.
Bible one? That sounds like any news.
The president will address the UN for the first time as president Tuesday in New York. I didn't know that.
I forgot that's happening. Yeah, that's going to be good.
Well, it's different because it's a future of the Paris Agreement, North Korea tensions in a UN address. The president's busy week. It makes it sound like no one's scared that he's in charge, and a little bit like a children's book.
Yeah.
A boring, wonky children's
Well,
book.
yeah.
And abortion clinics offer free abortions to Hurricane Harvey victims. I didn't hear about this.
Yeah.
Only on CBNNews.com. Whole Women's Health, one of the nation's leading abortion providers, is offering free abortions to Hurricane Harvey victims, according to the Dallas Morning News. Nearly 80 women have already taken up the abortion provider on its offer, it says.
It's for real? Is it
I
really?
don't-
I can't tell.
I'm going to say no.
Okay.
But I haven't read any more on that. Protests, violence continue for a second night after officer's acquittal. It's sort of like the regular news, just confused. Nabil Qureshi dies at age 34. Ex-Muslim turned Christian apologist passed away Saturday after a year-long battle with stomach cancer.
That's a shame, man.
That is too bad. This is somebody who I feel like everybody looking at CBNNews.com knows who he is, and I do not. It's
I
a
never
shame that
heard
he
of-
died
yeah.
at age 34.
That's young, yeah.
But this is like top headline on CBNNews.com. Do you think he was on CBN a lot?
Hell, I don't know. I don't. When you read on there, have you read his name before?
I don't think so. My beloved brother Nabil, rest in peace and joy with the risen Lord Jesus Christ. I just think it's funny going, this is not funny. I mean, God
Yeah.
bless this poor guy. It's just weird to go from CNN to Fox to CBNNews.com. CBN News, not as funny as it has been the last
No,
couple.
there's quite a few of them there's joy to hearing it, but yeah, these last few I don't think there's much,
Yeah, maybe I should stop this.
Well,